Consistency in my craft, and I see fruit buzz all about patience. And every day that I wake in exile, all the shoes that I'm thinking.
Father, I thank you, Father, for gathering us all here today, Father, safely. Father, I pray, Lord, that as we do this video, Father, it's not for our own, it's not for our own ego, it's not for our own desire, but Father, it's for you. Father, it's to reach your name, it's to reach your gospel, Father, into nations, into the whole entire world, Father. I pray, Lord, that as we gather here together to do this video, these videos, Father, let us all work together in harmony, Father. Let us all be unified, Father, and let us all have a good time, Father. That Satan won't try to come in between this union. In the mighty name of Jesus, in your name we pray, amen.
Yo guys, what you saying? It's PRMI International Endtime Revival. And we're back here with another video. This video is about growing up in London. Obviously, we're some young people. We lived in London the majority of our life, but we're just going to talk about how it is growing up in London. So the first thing we're going to talk about is talking about slang. So what type of slang was everybody using when they were growing up in London?
You're jamming it, cuz. Obviously, our older brother used to always say, you're jamming it, you're sort of like forcing it. Like, oh, I love it, like, jam it. Like, you're jamming it, like, oh, you're forcing it, but that's why you jam it, like, stop, like, relax.
Like, in growing up in London, fam, even we're speaking slang now, like, it's mandatory, like, obviously, when you go to different parts of London, you get different type of people. So, like, East London, you right, gays, you right, mate, yeah. What? And what?
Yeah, they say dag. They say dag. In South London, we don't say dag. In East, they say dag. Like, they use dag, like, oh, that food was dag. Oh, like, she's dag.
Yeah, like.
Oh, like, even they use it meaty. Like, what the hell is that? Yeah, meaty is like ugly in East, but South, we don't say that.
Well, so when you come South, fam, like,
it's just like
buff, pain, what you saying, bro? What you saying, cuz? Yeah, swear.
Jarring.
Yeah, like, so I feel that obviously you grew up in Luton, it's just outside London, but what type of things would your people say?
We don't even use slang like you guys say slang, like, we just say like, oh, buff, or... No, like, we don't even use slang. We don't use slang.
What, in Luton? You sure?
No, okay. No. Not
Okay,
like you guys.
But what language, how would you not speak?
Oh, like, oh, you're right, yeah, like, oh, how's things going? What are you saying? Like, what on, like, something like, oh, okay, just like, casual. It's calm, casual things.
Sound like from Essex. The next thing, growing up in London, like, when you come to London, it's a very multicultural place. People dress in so many different ways. Like, for example, if you go to Soho or where's that place up North End? Shoreditch. Yeah, people dress specific type of ways. So, how does everybody dress growing up in London? What was your fashion style?
Snapback.
I think in London in general, we went through so many phases. Like, I don't know about you lots here, but when I was young, growing up, like, especially because I used to go to church in East, in Hackney, like, the way they used to, like, even dress, like, they used to, you know, baby pacifiers, the things that baby suck on, they used to use that as fashion. Like, they'll put it to their keychain and, like, do it, like, they'll take pictures, you know?
Yeah, that place.
And, like, just have it in their mouths and stuff like that. Even the baby bottles. I don't know why it was a thing for it.
It was snapbacks and some baggy clothes.
Remember teenage? Remember the checker shirt? Remember when the man them used to, like, I remember that.
And blazers.
Socks and sandals, socks and sandals.
Exactly, socks and sandals. Obviously,
I think it's a thing now.
It's something, socks and sandals.
Obviously, like, every year, there's different periods. So, like, socks and sliders, probably like last year, 2 years ago. Yeah. This year, people are drip. The baggy t-shirt, jeans.
What is with this
Jordans
stuff? Like,
slime,
off-white. That's not even nice.
Like summer, when I was trying to shop for clothes, like just shop
neon
neon, like,
3 years ago, people trying to wear the Nike tracksuits with the black jacket over and then the TN.
Remember in primary school when the whole neon thing was such a thing, but remember Endtime? Remember when Endtime was so famous? They had that hat thing. I used to stand up and I used to go to PRMI and get the pink and the green or the pink and the orange. I remember when Plimsolls was in the was like the vibes, you know that vibes that everyone had? That everyone had. Oh my god!
On concrete.
It was £5. I remember when every gal used to get the black and the white ones. If you got the white ones, listen, the first day you wear them out, they get dirty. I remember I used to cry to my mom like, listen, just get it. And she'll buy like pink laces and stuff like that, and I'll just, oh my god.
I remember when I was in like year 7, winter time, I used to feel like I was looking hot. I had that dappy hat, a leather jacket with trousers with Plimsolls. We used to buy Reebok classics.
Oh, Reebok classics, listen.
But my mum used to dress me, so I used to wear a boot cut and I thought it was calm. Like I thought, that's, like I wear Plimsolls boot cut and like, you know, like church Sunday jacket.
Yeah.
That's what I was wearing.
No, but Plimsolls was like the band of, like it was selling out fast. I can't believe Primark made so much money. Like £5, you know, £5 for Plimsolls.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't even wear them in the winter because you was
cold. You'll freeze as well.
You actually see it. It was crazy time.
Obviously, music, like London, there's a lot of music that's going on now. Like we're in the drill era of Afro swing as well, a lot of that. But what was everybody listening to when you was younger coming up? Because obviously drill wasn't about them.
No, but I used to listen to Katy Perry.
Hey!
When I was at year 3.
Don't stop, make it right, DJ Willis. Listen, that's how I know that. Although I'm a few years old, well, I am like years older than you. I grew up on grime, like I grew up on grime. I like old school, like R&B and stuff, like grime, like DWE, like probably you won't even know who DWE is unless you have like oldest like that they will play that sort of music around. But DWE, Big Nasty, even when Endtime was doing grime, when Chip was doing grime, like that's how old I am. That I was listening to Chip doing grime.
We used to watch flipping, wasn't even Channel aka Channel U, Flavor,
Stars.
Flavor, yes.
Oh my days, Stars. Listen.
When your parents would cut the yard, you know that DWE scream, and then later on we start listening to that Lil Wayne, Chris Brown. Who else was he listening to?
T-Pain.
T-Pain.
Oh, yes, T-Pain.
Who else was there?
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg, Pharrell.
Justin Timberlake. Oh, Justin Timberlake's one.
It was 31 as well.
Nah, he came later.
Later, like secondary school later.
Obviously now it's
Will.i.am.
Will.i.am. Black Eyed Peas, they were sick.
Nicki Minaj was doing her crazy romance.
Oh yeah.
She came into the scene like 2009. That was like
2009, 2000.
Yeah.
Who else was about back in them days? America, like just used to
American.
Yeah, it's when American music was popping like around 2009, because that's when YMCMB, like they were global.
I remember in like year 6, then that's when flipping the One Direction came out. What's that song? I'm glad you came.
No, just the one team.
Girls started loving those white songs. That guy's song. What's that horror film? What's that horror film?
Jealous.
With the white Robert Pattinson. And he's the vampire.
Oh, Twilight.
Yeah, white girls started loving brothers that looked like him and they were singing.
School was when Justin Bieber, like I remember.
Justin Bieber.
I used to hate that guy for.
Oh my gosh. Everyone thought he was playing. I thought,
like my them were actually like obviously the white folks. Like they would say that they hated him, but they would come into school whipping their hair. Remember when Willow Smith was looking, I whip my hair back and forth.
Oh yeah.
You girls used to love them bands. Like, who else was there?
Adele was popping.
Adele was popping.
Take that. Remember, take that. Listen.
School disco.
School disco.
There was one song that had Tiny Temper. Tiny Temper and Lazarus. Yeah.
That song.
That's
Let it roll away and we won't come down.
Tiny Temper.
Yeah.
That's the Drake style. Drake came in like 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
Parties like a melody.
Every day. What you say?
Well, of course it did.
That song was a banger. I don't care, cuz. That song was
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. You know what it is. Everything I do. Just like, remember Black Eyed Peas? Meet me halfway.
Black Eyed Peas was
No, what was it? Boom, boom, boom.
Let's get that boom, boom, boom.
Let's get that boom, boom, boom.
Hey, that's Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah. Even Where Is the Love as well, that one.
For bare people, like them times there when we was growing up, R&B wasn't really in fashion. It's only like now you'll go back to the old school, like you'll find like songs in the 90s and early 2000s. But R&B wasn't really in fashion when we was growing up. Obviously, Usher was there. He was making songs like Climax and that, but it was mainly like Chris Brown that was really running it. So obviously, also in London, like travel is a big thing. Like from times when you was in school, free travel. Yeah. Like, but now,
oh my God, I wish I could actually go back.
It's only until you get into sixth form that you realise.
No, but you know what? Even sixth form was alright because you got the 16 plus. It's come on the bus. It's come on the bus. When that 16 plus
but you're forgetting the days that when we were young, that travel used to cost 45p.
Yeah, I'm sure.
On the train, London, like I say, you can go like
it was 75p.
No, it's
75p, no?
I'm sure it's 75p. But when I was like in year, because in year 6, that's when I started like year 6, year 5 was when I started traveling train. And it used to be so cheap, like 50p. Like 50p. Even in secondary school, 70p. From Kent to Stratford was 70p.
Spending like £200 travel
a month. My
it's actually more nice. TFL are really taking up money.
Taking up money is crazy.
Because that's why now these days I want fam. Everything. Like I want fam. Because
who done it?
They can't catch me. Because even fam, yesterday I went to because I don't care. yesterday where did I go? I went to Sainsbury's. And then, like, obviously, you see, like, the big Sainsbury's where you can do it yourself checkout. Yeah. So, did that. And then the lady was helping someone else. I tried to take her, like, excuse me, darling, you got. I said, hey, I'm talking, and I ran up, fam. I'm bumping this whole London place because, fam, everything, just extended prices.
No, it's true, everything's extended prices. Everything.
Me, to go, if I get a train 10 minutes away from my house, it costs £2.50. That doesn't make sense. When a bus journey costs me £1.30. 150, yeah. Doesn't make sense.
Remember when we even had to, you remember when they didn't do that, they didn't do cards, so if you didn't have a MasterCard,
you had to pay money coins.
And sometimes the bus driver didn't have change to just let you on.
Yeah.
Like, it used to cost like, what, £2.50 a ride? Right. £2.50
and then they put the contactless and everything. Machines.
Yeah. Do you know how much money they make a day? Like, fam. Millions of people travel.
Yeah, especially
that's why TFL they get paid a lot.
Yeah, especially in London. And then they'll be doing price up for peak times, peak times on peak times. What kind of rubbish is that?
So even talking about traveling, like when you was younger, we're gonna talk about school, like how it was growing up in school in London, from like primary school to like secondary school, college, uni.
How was it in Ghana for you? Like Ghana is so different. You know, here in school, in Ghana, there's a teacher at the door.
Right.
You need to make sure you've got your white socks, black socks, black shoe, nails cut, hair cut.
Yeah.
Your
nails are cut.
Yeah, your handkerchief before you enter. If you have that, they've got a long cane. Rip you, and then you enter. But here, like, who's gonna check if your nails are cut? Who's gonna check if you've got your white socks or that? It's different. Like education system is different. If you're like in Ghana, it's like classes, it's not years. So if you're in class 6 or you're in class 5, you're gonna learn things in class 6. Like,
it's like a year up.
A year up. Yeah, but I don't know if it's the same here. But it's just
No. Only if you're like in the highest set, that's when they kind of give you like a taste of what you'll learn in the next year. But apart from that, that's it.
Fam, when you go to like primary school, you're just
you go.
It's literally just the homework is literally make sure your parents sign. That's it. Like that's it. But you know, like in primary school, like was there like what kind of school did you guys go to? Like Church of England, normal school?
I went to. Oh no. I was Church of England. So we're singing Christian songs, pray before start of assembly, end of assembly. Yeah.
So for me, because I used to live in Middlesbrough, so in Middlesbrough I was in a what's this thing called? COB school as well. So then we would pray and everything, and then I went to like a normal primary school that was mixed and stuff like that, and it was so different because in Middlesbrough, like the town there's not a lot of people there, so everybody knows each other, and every year only has one class. Like you know, in London you can have like you can have four classes for just 1 year. Fam, in Middlesbrough, there was only one class for each year, so there was 1 year 1, 1 year 2, 1 year 3 till year 6. Everybody, there was only one class for each year. But so when I came to London, I came to London in year 6, and I only did year 6 in London, so I didn't mention my sats here. So when I came, and there were like 4 classes for year 6, I was thinking, why is it so big? I was so like not used to it.
Our school, obviously, it wasn't even a Christian school, but
It was
Christian
church
values.
It was church
Christian values.
Christian
Used to
values.
pray and everything. But our school was firm, like.
Well, listen, the first songs we used to sing in primary school, we used to sing Bob Marley, we used to sing Adele. Why was we singing in year 6? Should I give up or should I just keep chasing payments? we used to sing, today this could be the greatest day of our lives. Oh, that was a tune!
Primary school, yeah, like the songs. Apples are red, whites are blue.
Even the apples are ripe and the plums are red. The bald beans sleeping in the blanket.
In assembly, I remember in assembly there used to be like the teachers would basically pick a student to go to like the front of the assembly and actually like work the whole PowerPoint thing. Oh my days!
Oh yeah, we used to do that.
Yeah, with the clear sheets. Yeah.
Primary school was like so blessed. Like,
Yeah, it was. It was
so calm. Like,
so calm.
The milk cut off.
Yeah,
the milk.
if you can, nobody had padlocks. If you had padlocks,
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, like 3.
yeah, like if you had padlocks in primary school, you're bougie. You're bougie.
Yeah.
You've got to have hot dinners.
That's right. One dinner for £2. He came on over McDonald's with his padlock. Everyone, listen, there was no point of you getting packed lunch because all of your friends were doing
Getting hot dinners.
Yeah.
It's true.
I remember when dinners used to cost. You remember when they used to cost £2 something?
Fam, yeah, like £10. Yeah, pay like £20 a month or something.
Yeah, £20 a month.
No, there was a bit that used to be free. I remember.
Yeah, it was free. The government used to pay for it.
Fam, like primary school, you would like when you'd go, you wouldn't even want to leave.
Leave, innit? It's so fun.
In year 6, when you guys were about to like leave, did you guys ever do like a year like production?
Yeah.
Or like
We did some
jam.
We did the production Peter the Piper.
We did films. Bugsy Malone.
That's a little one.
Yeah, my cousins here, they did Bugsy Malone.
Bugsy Malone.
Sick.
Nice.
We went France.
No, we went
for a week.
We
went South End. We
went Chesington or something like that.
We went Calais for a week. Listen, we went.
Yeah, we went Kingston as well.
went to for a week. We went like, it was like camping.
Listen, we went out the country.
That's good.
Listen, and we used to go swimming every 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
After that, we had our own swim pool.
You went to private.
Oh, this is private. This is public. Wait, no, like in Hitchin. Excuse me.
Wait, so when you was in Ghana, did you guys have like a leader for like class 6 or whatever?
It should be.
There's nothing like that.
No,
No. Like we have like excursions, like we call it excursions, like trips and stuff. The way you call like trips, we call it excursions.
So wait, you guys
So, like, we went to like
That's how
camping.
Yeah,
like things like that. But you have to pay for that.
Did you guys go to the Gold Coast and stuff like that?
Yeah.
And the
like things of history that you can learn.
At the end of year 6, yeah, the whole school line up in some long corridor, yeah, and there'll be street kids bars that move people leave.
Yeah, what the bells, yeah.
No, like the trips in primary school are better than secondary school trips. Fam, like primary school.
What about you, Alison?
No. we don't have secondary school, we call it junior high school. So like, the trips there are proper. Because not everyone's like.
Like what? So when you posh?
No,
and you're in Ghana,
posh.
like
They've got the posh schools, but they've got the government schools, they've got the private schools.
Okay.
So like, I was in the private school, I was in the government school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the government school is not good. But the private school.
The posh schools are like grammar schools here.
Yeah, the posh schools are like American International School.
Okay.
You know that kind of schools?
Yeah.
That they teach at IGCSE and stuff like that.
Oh,
IGCSE.
Like primary school, even I started going home. Wait, like year 5, but I saw.
We started walking home by ourselves,
Like, fam,
we'll even drop our friends off at the bus stop, like whilst they're getting a bus, and then we'll walk home.
Yeah.
Like our house.
Yeah.
I'm going to taxi home. No, I didn't even have a phone. I didn't even have a phone.
We just used to run and watch Hurricane Henry, fam.
Oh,
Watch out, stretch out like it was shout through. You should stay, it can't change. There's good days and bad days, but one day down the line, this time is sure to stop. So the only time is now 4 o'clock.
That
4 o'clock,
but CITV.
Oh my
4 o'clock was Hurricane's time to shine.
It's not fair when mom and dad nag, stand up straight, don't be rude. It's so not fair. It's the killer boy rap star, school stinks, kids rule. So when they send you to your room, sing a little tune. You sing na 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 na, na 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 na.
Nobody had the money for Disney Channel, fam.
We did, but it was on and off. If they couldn't, then you was going to deal with CITV and CBBC for a while.
We was watching that Tracy.
Every day
when you're walking down the street.
I would watch Fifi the Flower Top. I'll watch Little Princess.
That was late in the night when I had
I
nothing else
would
to
watch
watch.
those shows.
Exactly, Kerchie.
Yeah.
Flipping, who else is there? Dumping ground. What's that? The new one. It's just dead. Like Basil Brush.
Basil, oh yes, Basil Brush. Boom boom.
Dick and Dom. Exactly, fam, like Saturday morning wake up. Watch Power Rangers.
Listen, it was
For me, I did not like secondary school. Let me just be real. Secondary was horrible. Especially my secondary school was survival of the fittest. If you were not rude, you cannot survive. If you could not defend yourself, you cannot survive there because you would just be like
bully. Year 9 was the year of recklessness.
Yeah,
because it was in between you being quite like vulnerable and timid, and it's in between like you kind of like coming out more and stuff like that. So year 9 was the year to test like where you was going to fit in into hierarchy of secondary school. I went to all girls school, so it was different. It was different, trust me, and it was a Catholic school as well. So there were certain things that couldn't run. For example, earrings, they couldn't run. Paint your nails? You can't do that.
Oh my god,
But
cut your hair. Cut the whole head. So in the private schools you can have your hair, but in the like international schools you can have the hair. In government school you have to cut it, in the private school you have to cut it because they feel like your hair's gonna distract you when you're in class and stuff. So every girl cut your hair. It's like you can have a fade or something, no cut.
School, like it built you, like secondary school especially.
It built character.
Because fam, like when you enter into year 7, like say if you're playing football, one of the orders be like, yo, let me get a touch. I don't see me when I was younger, I used to be sensitive, fam, if anyone did anything, especially year 7. What? I'm getting my rubber on you, But obviously my rubber ain't even like that. Fam, like, I remember every time the 11s would be leaving school, the last week, they're damaging everything. That last week, you don't go in that playground. Fam, people used to slap me up. They used to mock me because of my name. School, yeah.
No, people, because of your name, people will be calling me rough. Oh, shut up. We let the dogs out.
I remember sometimes I was in the 8th, and we used to like, there was a place in our school, like off school you go down bottom minute, that's where all the shops are. And then you jump on a bus, late bus, everybody gets them. That's the bus that you need, that's like 4:30, you need to be on that bus. It's so cool.
Late.
So yeah, late fam. So getting that fam, gotten that, and I was in like year 8 at this time. One year 11, I'm not gonna mention his name. I even see him to this day. I remember I punched up, I slapped his brother one day. Because I saw him in it, but I got my revenge. This guy was in a bus here. This guy took off my sock. You know those times when you were in school?
What shoes were you wearing?
No, one of these. You know them times like you'll probably wear the sock for the whole week, innit? Because if it's a fresh sock, white sock fam, I'll never forget, he took off my sock. And these times I had football feet in it, black toes. Everybody's laughed at me, like, because he took off the thing. I started crying for the thing. And then, because I got off the bus here and I was looking for watch. I was saying watch me get off of me. What, I'm gonna bring a shank to school tomorrow, watch. Because obviously the next day the guy, he knew that he messed up in it. My brother wasn't gonna do anything, but I told my brother, he's like, oh sorry. But I'm tell you, school, yeah, sometimes you have to be made a victim.
No, yeah,
so you get stronger.
Yeah, shoot.
So guys, that's been our video. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching. Our handles, our social media handles are gonna be there. Make sure you follow, make sure you like, subscribe, share the video. Content coming, there's preaching, sermons,
that's right,
vlogs, videos. So make sure you tune in and catch us next time. Bye.
You know that I'm riding. Nah, I can't be with no one else but you. No one else but you. It's all about God's timing, yeah. He's the center and he is the glue. Without him, there's no you, yeah. So, been thinking,